Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Bloomberg and Chanel and Lena Nair. So apparently they're censoring your opinions. Now, how far can we claim journalism to be real journalism, integral journalism, ethical journalism if opinions are silenced? Let's talk about it. First, let's get to it. Subscribe to my channel, push the join button next to the subscription button, become a member today. Gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon, superdacob all spelled together there as well for extra perks. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream several times a week, so come join the fun, come join the chats. And also everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. Ever since I shot the last live stream last Saturday, in which live stream we spoke about and reviewed the entire interview between the director of Chanel, Lena Nair, and Francine from Bloomberg. Ever since then, shortly after that, Bloomberg disabled comments underneath the video on their YouTube channel, in which video they have Francine from Bloomberg interview Lena Nair for around about 30 minutes. I have a picture. This is Lena Nair, y'all, the Chanel Global CEO. So Lena Nair went to do an interview with Francine, not Francine from American Dad, but could have been, because the question, anyway, go check out my video where I review the entire review. Call it a review. In my humble opinion, it was more of a PR thing, like a pay for play type of thing. I don't know if Chanel had a deal with Bloomberg or not, if Chanel gave them the questions to ask, if Francine wrote the questions and got them approved by Chanel first, or if she was just a fan of Lena and Chanel and there was no need to approve the questions. She just was a fangirl. I don't know, whatever, because we don't have proof. But what we do have is critical thinking. And thank Lord for that, because critical thinking is what enables us to stay independent. It is what, at the end of the day, gives us our freedom. And the interview that I've watched with Lena Nair and Francine made me feel as if though there was no freedom. It made me feel as if though that interview was an advertisement for how amazing Chanel is and how empowering they are to women, to those women who cannot afford to purchase any one of their pieces of garments or clothes, coincidentally. But again, like I said, go check out my review of that interview in the other video. Now, after I posted my live stream, and then subsequently after I posted my single video that it's extrapolated from the live stream, that's how I work. In my live streams, I film all the topics and then they get posted as individual videos later on to my channel. Bloomberg deactivated the comment section under that interview. Now, YouTube video interview. Now, mind you, you might say, well, where's the proof? Well, just go check out Bloomberg's YouTube channel. Almost all of their videos and interviews have comments turned on. You can comment under, even the latest video they just posted a couple of hours ago. I checked. The latest video they posted a couple of hours ago to their channel has active comments. Okay? But after I posted my video review of this, they deactivated the comment section. Now, thankfully, you see, I'm prepared. So before I shot my video, my first video of this interview review, I took screenshots of the comments because I wanted to share with you the comments that were under that video prior to me filming, right? So I do have them here. I do have screenshots of all the comments that are now gone from that video. Now, when that interview was posted and prior to me reviewing it, that video did not have a lot of views. So they did, granted, only have 28 comments when I took the screenshots. So it was just a couple of hours since they posted the interview on Bloomberg. So there was only 28 comments. by the time that here, let me show you. I can show you because this Marlene Perez is a subscriber to my channel. Lovely subby. So I think Marlene will be also happy. So here's an example of here. Let me just zoom it in. An example of that video screenshot with one of the comments underneath. But I wouldn't show you the comments of other people without asking their permission first, obviously. But since Marlene is one of our lovely subbies here, there you go. So you see, this is the Chanel CEO, Lina Nair, blah, 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 and leaders with Lacqua, Francine Lacqua. So this is a 24-minute edit, and there you go. This is one example of a comment underneath. Now all the comments are gone. So what do you guys think happened? First of all, Bloomberg, and we did some research, you know, Mr. Bloomberg is a billionaire. Okay. So he was mayor of New York. He ran for president in 2020 for the Democrats. Did not get the nominee at the end, but he pledged to give almost all the money he earns in his life to charity, to universities, to a lot of different charitable things. Okay. Now, he co-founded Bloomberg Media with somebody, and that somebody is Matthew Winkler, an American journalist who is a co-founder and former editor-in-chief. I'm reading from Wikipedia, by the way. And former editor-in-chief of Bloomberg News, part of Bloomberg LP. He's also co-author of Bloomberg by Bloomberg, the author of The Bloomberg Way, a guide for reporters and editors. This is why I'm reading this, because of the Bloomberg Way. So apparently, Matthew Winkler, who's a journalist, has stipulated a specific, call it an ethical guide of journalism if you want to write for Bloomberg or you want to be a Bloomberg journalist. And the Winkler is, and again from Wikipedia we read, Winkler is known for his enforcement of the Bloomberg Way, which includes a 300-plus page guide outlining Bloomberg News reporting standards and its ethics and values. And I'm like, oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. Reporters following the Bloomberg Way are instructed to consider the 5 Fs. Like, don't give an F. I have the feeling Francine was maybe, she thought one of the Fs was like, oh yes, one of the 5 Fs is don't give an F. But no, the 5 Fs, factual word, first word, fastest word, final word, and future word. How ethical is this? I don't know. Because, I mean, the Bloomberg Way, it seems more like factual word, first word, fastest word, final word, future word. It's very much PR. You know, you're promising something that you're going to do in the future. You're leaving your patients on yes, we're all brain unalive to this point after this interview. So yes, we've all become patients. Final word, future word, leaving you on a cliffhanger. It seems like these 5 Fs are built into the Bloomberg practice in order to kind of make it interesting for the viewer to watch rather than focusing on delivering, actually digging out the truth and delivering the truth. But Bloomberg, why would you disable the comments underneath the interview with Lina Nair and Francine Lacqua? Why? And also, 3 months prior to this interview, I did a little bit of digging, more or less 3 months. Lina Nair went on to another channel, YouTube platform. Was it Business of Fashion? I can't remember. Wait, hold on. Let me check. She did another interview just a couple of months before she did the Bloomberg interview with Francine. She did it with a guy, with some dude, and he was, it's Business of Fashion. It was on Business of Fashion, yes. She's talking about. So anyway, two things happened since my last video. One, Kev, lovely supporter, subscriber of the Fashion Bunker, Kev, who also sent me the link to this interview. Kev also told me, Dacob, I've done some digging. The jacket that Lena wears in the interview is not haute couture. It comes from the Pret-a-Porter collection, I think the upcoming collection, either fall, winter, or spring, summer. It's not haute couture. Lena, however, says that the jacket is all handmade, and it took them 100 hours to make. Now, we know that Chanel's Pret-a-Porter is not all handmade. They might do some métier d'art, hand details done, but it's also machine made. But Kev checked out the jacket. Now, Lena, 3 months prior to this interview, did the interview at Business of Fashion. She wore another jacket. She wore a red, kind of raspberry colored jacket, which again, Kev would need to check out if that jacket was haute couture or pret-a-porter as well. But Lena says the same formula 3 months ago in her interview with Business of Fashion. And I wonder if Business of Fashion is going to turn off the comments underneath that video as well now, like to follow the footsteps of Bloomberg. But Lena did the same thing, the same shtick that she did on Bloomberg. She talked about her jacket with a slight difference. 3 months ago, Lena said about her jacket on the Business of Fashion interview, the raspberry jacket, she said, this jacket is all handmade. It took 200 hours to make. 200, what did she say? 200 beautiful hours of labor, of work. I'm like, girl. And then 3 months later, with the other jacket, she says handmade, but it took 100 hours. I'm like, so wait, so Lena, I know it's two different jackets, but honey, so you went from 200 hours of labor to make the jacket to 100 hours? Wow, in just 3 months? Talk about maximizing profits and maximizing labor, huh? Your jackets are now made from 200 hours a jacket to 100 hours a jacket. So what's the time crunch your workers are now working under, since now it's taking them half the time to make the jacket that you said is handmade but turns out is pret-a-porter? How does that work, Lena? Oh, Francine, she missed so many opportunities. But to follow the same, recipe for disaster in every interview, and it's so easy, you guys. You just got to compare the two interviews. You're going to see her repeating the same stuff but changing slight details. Embarrassing. At a certain point in the Business of Fashion interview, she says, come on, I come from Unilever. I'm paraphrasing here. I come from Unilever, publicly owned company. I know how to guide 150,000 people. I know how to bring home the bacon. Yeah, that's what she says. I'm like, okay, honey, you're now a spokesperson for Chanel, no longer for Unilever. I don't know what sort of elegance you're used to at Unilever, but you are the voice of Chanel now. And publicly, you're like, come on, I know how to bring home the bacon, as in I know how to make money for a company. You're saying that while decked out in Chanel from head to toe, representing the brand Chanel, and you use such vulgar terms to talk about this luxury company that is Chanel. You couldn't have found maybe a little bit more elegant way to express yourself? To say that your priority is to make sure that Chanel maintains a healthy standard, that Chanel maintains a healthy income so that it can keep producing beautiful objects? You see how this sounds a little bit more PR better and more PR friendly, Lena? But no, Lena, what did you do? You decided to say, I know how to bring home the bacon. Oh my God, girl, for real? It's like her true essence came out a little bit. You know what I mean? The facade fell down in that moment when she said, I know how to guide 150,000 workers and I know how to bring home the bacon. Now, of course, I took a I screen grabbed that video. So if you, Business of Fashion, decide to take that video down, you're a little bit too late. We have the receipts. Oh, you understand. You understand. So now there's one point I forgot to mention. in my last video. One more question that I think Francine should have asked Lena, but oh, alas, another missed opportunity. And that question is a very simple question. Really, it would have been really easy for Francine to ask that question. And I'm saying this because maybe Francine was not ready. Maybe she did not do her research in terms of the history of Chanel products. You can't expect every journalist to know details, aesthetical product details of a brand that's been in existence since over 100 years. I get that. You know, journalists are busy working on other topics and other stories as well. You know, you can't expect Francine to know everything about the history of Chanel products. But one thing Francine had to know was the business of Chanel of today. And what is the business of Chanel of today? Well, the question that Francine should have asked but didn't was the following. And the following question is, Lena, can you please tell us why is Chanel, the company, at this point in time, only in name a French company, but de facto is now registered in London as a company with headquarters in London, where you, Lena, have your headquarters too. You don't work in France, you work from London. And Chanel pays taxes in London. Chanel is a British company. Coincidentally, since Brexit, the second that Brexit was announced, Chanel moved its headquarters to England because of better taxes. But Chanel loves to say that it has the French heritage, French tradition, everything is made in France, although we know stuff is made in Italy, stuff is made in Germany, stuff is made in China, stuff is made in Spain. But now your company is a British company, but you claim it's a French company. So you like to use the benefits of the allure of calling your company, your fashion company, your haute couture fashion company, a French company, but you don't wish to partake in the French economy by subsidizing the French economy by paying taxes in France. Instead, you're paying taxes in Great Britain. So, Lena, could you please tell us, why is that? How is that empowering women, or French women in that case, if you're not even actually based anymore for the biggest part? I know Bruno Pavlovsky is still in France, and he's still, you know, he's working in France. He's working his Macron, you know, he's working the El Presidente, you know, they're all friends there. He's working him. He's keeping him nice and quiet. You know what I'm saying? Because France apparently would have an issue with a company like Chanel using the Made in France designation, but not paying the major taxes in France. You see, you understand. So, Miss Lena Nair, was this your decision? Or whose decision was it? And do you agree with this move to shift Chanel, a French brand, to England? Do you think that is kosher? Do you think that is good? Do you think that's ethically correct? Let us know, Lena. Now, of course, Francine did not ask that question. And also, why wouldn't she ask the question, and why did you move your headquarters to the UK? The tax incentives, we believe, is the reason, allegedly. But let Lena answer. Let her answer. Let her say publicly that Chanel is not really that proud of their French heritage if they don't want to pay their taxes in France. We'll go. So, that's all I had to say. Bloomberg, shame on you for really turning off comments under that video. How many comments, what, were the comments did they offend Lena? Did Lena feel offended by the comments? Oh my God, were her feelings hurt? How can her feelings be hurt if she said that she can manage 150,000 people working for a company? She can handle 100. In the Business of Fashion interview, she also states that she knows the names of all of her employees. She knows the story of all of them when she was at Unilever. HR. She knows the stories of all, and the names. I'm like, But she can't handle critical thinking in the comments section under the interview video? Really? Or does Lena not even know about the comments underneath that video? Did just somebody from Chanel call up Bloomberg to say, did Chanel PR, Chanel marketing, whoever call Bloomberg and say, hey, turn off the comments, they're critical towards us. We don't want anything critical towards us. Why don't you? Why don't you accept critical thinking? Why do you want to shut people up? Why? We just want to know the truth. I mean, is it illegal to want to know the truth? You're going public. You're giving a public interview. Why can't we expect the truth? It's the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? It's the bare minimum to expect the truth. Why? Well, simple. Because the money that I'm giving to this brand every time I purchase one of your beautiful, lovely products, the money I give you is honest money. I've earned my money honestly. Okay, I have earned my money through tears, sweat, and blood. I have worked my butt off to earn my coin. Honestly, gracefully, and I pay my taxes honestly and gracefully every year. The only thing I expect from you is also to be honest to me and to tell me, well, the money, where's it going to? How are the inner workings of this? Where are the pieces that I'm purchasing actually made, manufactured? Which part is made somewhere else, then brought to France and then assembled in France so you can say made in France? Why is your company now stationed in the UK, not in France? There's so many questions, you know. Why send the dividends and the bonuses to the Wertheimers in the Cayman Islands? If I'm honest as a customer and I'm bringing you my honest earned money, why can't I expect honesty from you back? Is it too much to expect an honest review? Nobody asked you to give a review, Lena. You didn't have to give a review. Why did you go to give a review? If you're going to go and give a review, why wasn't it honest? And why are people being silenced in the comments section under the video? It's just, wow. Disappointing on so many levels. Just when I thought that the interview was already like so disappointing, you double down by blocking comments underneath that video. So just when I thought you could not sink any lower, you sinked lower. No words, really. So, thank goodness, at least we still have the fashion bunker for as long as YouTube will allow me to, exist on this platform. And under my video, you are free to comment. Okay, those comments are not blocked off, are not turned off. You can actually comment. Why? Well, because I believe in freedom of speech, I believe in freedom of expression, and I believe in the freedom of opinion. Do you, Bloomberg? Bloomberg Media? Bloomberg journalists? You call this journalism? Good to know. Good to know, Bloomberg, because I for a second there I thought maybe this wasn't really journalism. But no, apparently this is journalism today. Well, good to know. Kev just delivered the bacon. Kev just commented in the live chats, Lena's, hold on, let me scroll a little bit down. Lena's red jacket identified from the Business of Fashion interview. It's from the 23B collection, definitely not made by hand, says Kev, for over 200 hours. So Lena was wearing another pret-a-porter jacket in the Business of Fashion video, allegedly, of course. Thank you, Kev. You see? You can't shut the fashion bunker up. We will do investigative reporting. You got a fashion outfit? You don't know where it's from? Ask us. We will find out for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts and prayers down below. And until next time, thumb up this video and never forget to never give up on love and subscribe. Take care. Cheerio, old chap. Bye.